Hello, hello, my beautiful mermaids and mermen, my sea sponges of the sea, my fellow Pisces. This is your Pisces Daily Vibe from your guides. Message today, which is Canadian Thanksgiving, October the 13th. A bit late getting out because of the holiday. So tomorrow, things will be out on the regular time. Let's see what we have here for us Pisces. We've been given the Knight of Swords, followed by the Lovers. Coming in after the Lovers, we've got the the Six of Cups, and we have the World card. Okay, so starting right off the bat, with our card from messages from our guides, we've got focus on the positive. So, everything is energy. Life on earth is full of circumstances that we label as good or bad. And when we choose to focus our awareness on any circumstance, we're sending energy to it that will make it stronger. So it only makes sense to give energy to the circumstances that we perceive as positive. We don't want any negative energy going out there because it bounces back towards us. So it appears we may have to take steps to alter our thinking. We may be giving too much energy to situations that are troublesome and negative, and maybe some people are programmed by nature or nurture to dwell on the negative instead of the positive. And some of us can do that because Pisces, we're either swimming upstream or down, and we're either laughing or crying. It may take some practice to alter our reactions. Every event and every person who comes into our life has a purpose. It's a human nature to categorize everything as beneficial or detrimental instead of just being a lesson. We can train ourselves to look at life, events, or people objectively and become aware of the reason that they are on our path. And we have to look at that and question ourselves, what is the lesson? After we come to an understanding of why this event or person has come to us, we can decide the amount of energy we'd like to send it. Irrelevant of how we handle the situation, we need to learn to look at the lesson as being beneficial to our growth, one way or the other. If we've learned something from it, and hopefully we have, then that is focusing on the positive, learning from that lesson. So we need to maintain that positive attitude today. Coming in under that, we've got the Knight of Swords. Very fast moving energy, charging towards our goals, wanting to be passionate and go after something in a big hurry, but almost to the point of carelessness. We need to be careful today that we don't go charging in towards something too quickly and not be prepared of what the outcome could be. So if something should come in today that really gets our creative juices flowing and our curiosity, and we just want to jump on it because it sounds too good to be true, chances are it may be too good to be true. So we need to be mindful and careful of that, okay? So this is saying that we need to put on the brakes before we sign anything, we agree to anything, or we push forward and launch towards something new. So be mindful, take your time. It's great to get excited about a new opportunity, a new project, a new relationship, a new job, whatever the case is, but we need to be mindful of those choices and decisions we make before we launch ourselves head first into it. Coming in next, we've got the card Courage, and it says bravery, adventure, fatal, and brilliant. So and this is calling for us to step up into our strength today. There could be something that we may feel a little bit nervous about and anxious about, but it's a new beginning. And often with new beginnings, a new adventure, we don't know what's on the horizon. We don't know what lies ahead unless we focus on the positive and we do our research. It's a brilliant new idea. But again, I want you to pull back on the brakes here, Pisces. I don't want you to go charging into anything too fast, okay? Especially if you have to really dig deep into your courage. Sometimes we get those moments where we have to be brave. But this card says we might be starting out, some of us, on a new adventure, and we are excited about it. The Lovers comes in. Again, this is all about making mindful and wise choices and decisions. And they're based on our emotions. This is a card of emotion. You might be having to consider somebody else's emotions in a relationship. The Lovers is, partnership here. Maybe you're having to make a decision or a choice that might be determined around them. You may have very different outlooks on things, very different opinions of things, and it might require a lot of communication to make this right choice and decision. Okay, So for others, you could be meeting somebody new. There could be someone coming in, setting their intentions, telling you their intentions towards you, and maybe they want to take a friendship to the next level. However, this could be somebody you're already attached to, and you're having to make some wise and mindful choices and decisions around that energy. Coming in next, we have the Tower. Now, this is a Tower in the Mirror Truth Lenormand cards, and it's a very different Tower message. It depends on the card deck, right? This particular one often stands for an authority or a department, as well as for loneliness and separation. For entrepreneurs, this card in hand refers to their company or freelancing. This card can refer to divorce and a distant career. And in regard to relationships, it indicates that partnerships or partners are not on the same level. And this is where I was saying here, this could be you dealing with either a partner in business or in love. You're not seeing eye to eye on a situation. It's important to really communicate. Okay. There could be something here that is threatening a separation, something that, looks like it's an impending end to something. You could be feeling trapped. We think of the Tower, somebody being thrown up into the tower and they get locked up there. So you could be feeling trapped in a situation, but you're going to learn from this experience in order to develop further. Now, we know that in the traditional Tower, it's a sudden change. It's an abrupt stop to something. You have to make a decision to change something and make it better, and learning from the past experiences. So you could be doing that as well. You could be restructuring something and building a stronger, better foundation or relationship or partnership. Coming in next, we have the Six of Cups. This is a card of reminiscing or romanticizing or thinking about your past, going way back, maybe even towards your childhood. And you could be doing that. We all fall prey to our daydreams and things like that. But it could also be somebody returning, somebody who you might be reconnected with, somebody who became distanced from you or they live far away. They live at a distance. And maybe you're reconnecting on a social level. Maybe it's a virtual level, but maybe some of you are actually going to meet each other. This could be a past relationship, friendship, partnership, colleague, you worked with, anybody. I think you're going to find that both of you have matured. You're able to laugh at your past, and you've grown and matured through them, and you can share some time discussing that. Now, for others, you could be communicating, entertaining, or being in the company of children, and you're going to enjoy that. So don't be afraid to let your inner child out and have a laugh or two and enjoy yourself. Coming in next, we have it's time to release negativity, the full moon in Scorpio. This is the Moonology card, letting go of negativity. Yeah. Okay, so if we're in the company of somebody we may have had opposing energy with, we just have to let that go. Okay, throw it out into the universe. It's better to focus today on that positive energy, and sometimes it requires some bravery to do that. But it is the full moon in Scorpio. You may be dealing with a Scorpio, energy as well. But it's time to release any negative energy. You've got the world, and the world is basically at your feet. Okay, you have that ability now to, it's the end of one cycle, and you can embrace the beginning of a new cycle, Pisces. So this is about being able to set your compass in any direction you want to go and know that you have the freedom and the free will to do what you want now. So it's a beautiful card of positivity. Let's see what else we have here for our reading today. Let's see what else we have for our reading today. So see what we have today. Alrighty, cut the deck. Okay, so our first card coming in is moving on. Our second card is have faith, clean up loose ends, and change. Well, that's the Tower, right? What's on the bottom? Know your boundaries. Okay, so moving on and wanting to be in a big hurry to do it, but we need to take our time. Change is inevitable. We've got that Tower, so we are moving on. And look at the world. End of one cycle, beginning of a new one. Have faith. Don't give up. Stay positive here, okay? Clean up loose ends before you go on to some new project, okay? Make sure you're communicating well with the powers that be or people involved in that. Definite change. What else is new with Pisces? And know your boundaries. and put your demands on the table as well so they know yours. Well, my beautiful fellow Pisces, this is our daily vibe message for today, and I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful one. Always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you, and I'll see you soon, my beautiful, beautiful Pisces.